We are back with another video. In today's video, I am going to be bringing you two attacks from a 5v5 war that I was just in. We just finished on stream, had a load of fun. I used an attack that I've never used before in my life. Zap hybrid with a blimp. So sit tight, buckle up, stay tuned, and enjoy this show. Okay, so here is the first base we're going to show. Pretty easy base. The only difficulty in this base was really making that initial funnel and getting the queen through on the first wall break. Once you got the queen through on the first wall break, there's not too much room that she could, go away. So if you make that second hole for her, there's nowhere for her to go except for up. Now, from the way I'm talking, you can understand that I'm probably talking about I did come up from 6 o'clock. So let's go over the plan here. Let's talk about why this is the way I came in. I mean, look, if you've watched these videos before, you know that why I would come up from that way. I came up from that way because you're doing a hybrid, and the most important things to take care of on the hybrid are taking care of the eagle and taking care of the CC. So coming up from this way is the most direct path. It's also not a path that is too difficult for my queen. That's always the things that you have to think about. You have to think about, is this pathway going to be too difficult for my queen, even though I have to get there? And if so, then you got to come up with another plan. But this one was pretty easy. The only difficult thing over here was making that initial funnel. So what did I do? I made sure to start my queen over here. Now, of course, if my queen is over here, we talked about where are the things that you're supposed to funnel on. Well, she can hit this and she can hit this. So which means you're going to funnel on either this or this. So I funneled this side because I wanted her walking this way. And the reason why I didn't funnel this one is because you want to leave a breadcrumb. You leave a breadcrumb so the queen walks over there. If I would take away this and take away this and this is gone, then the queen could either walk that way to this, or she could walk that way to this. So you try and be able to control the queen as much as possible. So I started the queen down over here. I put my baby over here because baby over there, because it was a storage and because the cannon was already locked onto my queen and the mortar was locked onto my queen. I snuck a little wizard in behind that baby to make sure that that collector goes down. Because once that collector goes down and the queen took care of this, if this is gone and this is gone, the queen standing over here, there's no way she's walking all the way over here to that thing. So that's the most important thing. You have to establish that first funnel for the queen to get her going which way she wanted to go. What else? I wall broke in over here. Now, in order to get the wall break, I started off, this is my new thing that I'm doing. I'm dropping a giant over here with a couple of wizards. They take out this and this. The archer tower is attracted to the giant. Sneak some wall breakers in, boom, done, finished. That's easy. Second wall break was also a pretty easy wall break. There's nothing really that was in target, that was able to target that area that wasn't going to be already on my queen. So that is step one, getting the queen inside, getting her towards the eagle. Step number two, well, that's pretty easy. I mean, I had to decide, the only thing I had to decide is which way I wanted to put my hybrid on. Did I want to put my hybrid on this side with my king or this side with my king? So for that, what I do is I'm checking to see which way the queen goes first. Because whichever way the queen goes first, she's going to come back around to the other side and take care of the other side second. So I want my queen, if my queen goes here and I get my hybrid going here, it forces my queen back around this way. And that's what I wanted to do. So we talked enough. Let's hit that play button. Let's watch it. Notice the thin pathway that I made for my miners. It was literally, this was how thin the path for my miners was. Just like this. Just a small little pathway up here. The king and the siege barracks cleaned everything. Where's my queen? Let's go, queenie queen. Oh, I never hit the play button. There's the play button. Let's watch that queen down. Where is she? Where is she? There's the queen. Again, it's what you funnel one over from what the queen is going to hit. So because she was taking care of that stuff over there, I funneled on the collector. So that's why I funneled over there. Always, I mean, I learned this with what he called, Will argues with me on this, but I learned this from doing TDH, is that always put a rage down when you do your initial wall breakers. It's a good way to almost guarantee that you're going to get the wall break. But more importantly than that, and as you go on, you'll realize when to use the rage, when not to use the rage. If you're gonna use the rage after the wall break, then you might as well put it down for the wall break. Even save yourself a wall breaker. So now, as you can see, my queen has nowhere to go. She forced her back in. She's going back over to the other side. She lures out the CC. The poison spell's down. The troops, my king and the P.E.K.K.A. are clearing everything out. So look at this funnel going right up the gut. The queen took care of the eagle. She's moving over. Multis all over the place. Multis on the two spots where the queen could have possibly stood. So this is really an easy base because the queen's just able to stand there until she breaks through the wall and she can absorb the multi. And up top, we got the siege barracks, piggies moving around, clearing off as many defenses as possible. But it's okay because I got enough troops in the core. This was the only issue that I had over here was that the royal champ went that way and my piggies went that way. So I really wasn't able to do a minor, but it ended up working out at the end. I wish I could say that I sketched it up this way, but it worked out at the end when she was going after the king and you had the single target that was on the royal champ, and I popped the ability then. So that was pretty much it. Let's double speed this one. We'll go into another war attack, and then I'll show you my first ever Zap hybrid. Very proud of it. But it's even bigger than that. It's Zap hybrid with a blimp. Avi really went crazy today. So let's just get through this. Let's put it on quadruple speed. There is the triple. There is the army comp that I used. And let's go over and see the next one. Okay, so here is the base that I did my first Zap hybrid with a blimp on. Let me try and explain why I did a Zap hybrid with a blimp. Well, first of all, I wanted to use a blimp on this because it had this is like a donut base. I don't know, you want to call it a ring base. I like to call these donut bases. It had a town hall directly in the middle. I mean, yeah, I could have done my regular hybrid coming down one side, coming down the other side, hybrid in the middle. But if you look at this base, it's really not conducive for that because you have such packed areas over here and packed areas over here. So there's really not a very good way, to send your queen down one side and send your king and your P.E.K.K.A. down the other side. You're just not going to get enough value on the king P.E.K.K.A. side. So because of that, I decided I was going to do a blimp. So that was the first thing. Blimp. I knew I was doing a blimp on this base. But why did I do Zap? Well, I did Zap because of the extreme value that was over there. I mean, if you look at this, for all you guys out there, check your bases. Do not leave your CC next to your eagle. Do not leave your CC next to your scatter shots. Do not leave your eagle next to your scatter shots. Try not to put the important things next to each other because they'll just be gone. I make a big joke about it when we do some 5v5 friendly wars or something. I'm like, why do I bother filling up the CCs? Will's just going to zap out my CC anyway, so why bother? But here it is. Now, I am a noob, and I didn't put down my zaps in the perfect spot. But we were talking about it on stream. If my zaps would have all gone down over here, the plan was to quake like that, get all those in the quake, and then to put 5 of them down over here, and that would take out this, and then put 2 more over here. And that would then take out this, and this. Well, I didn't get the eagle down. The CC went down, the scatter shot went down, an archer tower went down, but the eagle didn't go down. But it really wasn't a big deal. I did lose some piggies and miners because the eagle was still standing up. But I knew that what he called. There were 2 choices. Let me try and explain. I started my queen up over here. Okay, my king was going to be over here to just shoot down that way and try and tank for the hybrid. The hybrid was going to be coming in straight like this. Okay, that was the hybrid, and then you do an early warden ability with the blimp, and that keeps everybody protected for, you know, until the blimp gets to the town hall and the first pack of the defense is going through. And that was great because this is a very stacked area over here. So I wanted those miners to be protected. So that was all great. But where's the queen going to go? That's the question. Where is the queen going to go? Well, there's two choices. Either the queen is going to go this way or she's going to go this way. I wanted her to go this way. Now, but I did have a problem with her, with sending her over there. There was one defense that I couldn't reach, and there was one defense that could hit my healers, and my queen couldn't reach, and that had to be addressed. So how did I deal, and what am I talking about? I'm talking about this multi over here. This multi would have caused me problems. So I invested when my queen was standing over there. After the troops went through, I threw my royal champ in. I didn't care. Whatever the royal champ took out, as long as the royal champ took that multi out, I was fine. And it was perfect because once the queen's going this way, I had taken down this scatter shot, which I couldn't have reached. I had taken down this expo, which I couldn't have reached. And that was pretty much it. There was no problems whatsoever for my queen. So I used the one rage because I knew I had to start my queen over here, and I knew she was going up against the queen, so I knew I needed a rage. That left me one heal spell, one freeze spell. So now, where was I going to use that heal spell and freeze spell? Well, I knew that until my miners get to about here, okay, I knew this whole area over here was, the miners would all be in the warden ability. They would be invincible. Nothing can stop them. Ain't nothing going to stop them miners and piggies. So my question is, where should I use my spells afterwards? Well, I saw over here that there was a king and there was a multi. Okay, so again, I have one heal and one freeze. What I did was I froze this section over here, and then I used my heal spell over here as they're going into the scatter shot. You're not healing your hybrid on the scatter shot, you're healing your hybrid before the scatter shot. Why? Because if you look at the range of the scatter shot, that's the range of the scatter shot. Once they're in this circle over here, the scatter shot can't hit them. You just have to be aware of the hybrid when it's in here. So if you could see, I put my heal spell down just like this. So while they're in the heal spell, they were, you know, safe a little bit from the scatter shot. Anything else to talk about? I think that's it. Let's just play it out and watch it together. There we go. Again, queen is going to start all the way up there. Gonna have to use my rage. You get 5 spell slots. That's what you're left with after using all them quakes and zaps. Let's fast forward a little bit until we get through the zap part. There's the quake, and if you watch, I put the 5 down, and I was like, uh-oh, what happened? How come it didn't come out? I put the other 2 down. I'm like, my eagle didn't go down. Like, oh, it's okay. We can get by. We can get by. So, what did I do? I start the queen over there. Let's put it back to regular speed. I start the queen over there, put a baby dragon in behind it just to clear away some of that stuff over there. Occupy that archer tower a little bit and clearing some of the trash. Queen goes in. I probably shouldn't. I'm thinking now I shouldn't have used the baby dragon over there because I wanted the queen to go that way. But I knew the queen was going to go in anyway because I just left her nothing to go after. The troops are moving through. The blimp is going through. Now, you want to use that blimp. You want to hold that warden ability. And I probably used the blimp a little bit early, but I wanted to get the miners, through that section with the whiz towers over there. I wanted to make sure that they lasted. So my blimp gets through. It gets down. There was I think I had a bunch of a bunch of sneakies in there. There's the freeze for the There's the freeze for the multi. And then right after that freeze, then we're going to put the heal down. The heal is going to protect them from the scatter shot that they're going into. The healers went on to my royal champ, and then they went on to the yetis. My queen is sitting there all by herself. Then a couple healers go back onto the queen, and she's moving up, very low on health. I did lose a lot of piggies and miners to the eagle, but we did get it done. We did get the triple. We did get the victory in this 5v5 war. I did not get the perfect war, but we did get the victory. And that's going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're excited for me that I used my first Zap hybrid with a blimp. Also, if you haven't done so already, hit that sub button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you didn't like the video, hit the like button anyway. It doesn't cost you anything. And that's going to be it. Make sure to leave me a comment down below. Tell me that you love the video. Tell me, ask me. Tell me, I got a haircut today. I trimmed my beard today. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling phenomenal. I'm ready to go farm now. And that's going to be it. That is the end of the video. Thank you very much for sticking around till the bitter end. And have a super great day.